Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Nobody Likes Onions program. It is the goddamn middle of the night, almost 1 a.m. on your 4th of July-ish holiday. I guess technically it is the 5th of July, but we will let it slide. We'll call it the 4th of July. We'll go back and post. We'll put it all together. Don't worry about it. I've got friends who can edit it, and they've got a copy of Pinnacle video editing software and a dongle to hook up to any VCR. We can pull any footage from any show around the world. We've got all the beta tapes. Get at me, bro. I know a guy on elance.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat tonight. Joining us all the way from around the goddamn world. Friend of mine, lover, I guess you could say, George. How do you? Is it Dimarelos? Is it Dimarelos? Is it Dimarelos? Is it Dimarelos?
You know how to say it, you son of a bitch.
No,
Dimarelos.
I second guess myself. Dimarelos.
You somehow still said it kind of wrong, but it was good enough.
I don't know if you can see yourself over my shoulder, but you look like you're in that Bohemian Rhapsody Queen video.
I was thinking that actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's very creepy. But welcome to the program for the first time, all the way from, you're in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Melbourne, Australia, for people in the know, in the biz.
Yeah, Melbourne, Australia.
You having a drink tonight? Are we drinking tonight?
We are, yeah. I'm having a ginger beer right now, actually.
A ginger beer. A dark and stormy.
It's delicious. It is kind of like
Ooh, I'm having a scotch with a Diet Coke aperitif.
Sounds garbage.
So I don't know how much of this is going to pick up on the mic, but it's 4th of July here, which is a holiday we celebrate in America where we beat the country that you guys couldn't get away from. And what was that?
Look,
no, you look like you want to react. So,
well, I'm just saying, like, we were just more polite about it. We're like, what? You guys, who doesn't want a king and queen? Really, it's good for a laugh.
Is it?
Yeah,
In what?
Look, I'm just saying. From what I'm hearing at the moment, it might not be the best time to be bigging up America this year. I'm just saying.
I don't know if you've heard. This is breaking news. Hours before the show went live tonight, I will tell you this: Kanye West has announced he is running for president this year, 2020. So close to all the conventions, right before we go on lockdown again. So, he can spend 24/7 just streaming his rhetoric to people who might be interested. You're a political guy. I know you were a big Bernie guy.
Big Bernie guy. Love the man. Feel the burn.
Yeah. And why, just out of curiosity, as a middle-aged failing comedian from Australia.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself, but yeah?
No, first of all, I don't mean that as an insult. Every comedian right now is failing. Can I ask you a real question? How many Zoom shows have you done?
I've actually done that many. It's like 4, maybe.
Where you did stand up?
Yeah.
Why would you attempt that?
Look, I didn't mind the first.
Can you tell me how they went? Tell me the best one and how great it was.
Well, the first one was the best one. It was all downhill. Peaked real early. And then just after that, it was like, okay, nah, this has lost its fun. The first one, though, see, the thing is, right, okay, check it out. If you have certain social anxiety issues, then you're like, well, if I can't hear the laughs, I can just assume they're laughing. And that's a plus side to the Zooms. You can be like, the internet connection is why I can't hear any laughs right now, instead of the usual thing, which is the anger in their faces.
Or the lack of sales.
Yeah, no, the Zoom thing. It's funny how at the start everyone was like trying to get behind it, and people were still trying to do it, but it doesn't work.
I love that.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It was nice. Everyone gave it a shot. Everyone, like, people were doing meetings, people going on dates in Zoom, and then everyone was like, oh, nah, we're good. Nah, we're all right.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. I've done 0 of these. So I've done, and a lot of the little shitty rooms here have opened up. None of the big, like, official clubs in Vegas have opened up, but a lot of little crappy rooms.
But it's so safe now.
It's so insane, man. It's so like, give me the general Australians of, you guys clearly talk about America because you love talking shit. Who
doesn't love talking about a train crash happening next door?
Just give me the lowdown on what, like, Australians in general think about what they're seeing right now.
Oh, man, it's just a delight. Like, we're just watching it every day and being like, this is, like, you don't understand how funny it is when you're not in it, because you just get to be like, oh, man, they are so fucked. But also feeling it. Like, we're not monsters. Some of us are very supportive, of you guys not imploding.
I think Las Vegas is the highest transmission rate in the United States right now, highest state. So I can't think about how I flew home to be in the highest transmission rate state in the highest country. Like I flew home to be safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is happening?
You were worried about it the most. You were the first person to be freaking out about this whole thing.
Yeah, you know this. Like, everybody was fucking laughing it off, and you know this. I was writing jokes and putting them into the show about it, which were great. But like, every day I was watching, like, the stats on this thing. I remember when there were less than 100 cases. 100 cases.
Where?
And it's
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, it seems like another goddamn life. 50,000 cases a day is not bad. Yeah, I wish we could get back to that. How many?
That's the best part. Definitely from you guys. Actually, has been this. It's somehow it's worked where, like, the goalposts have shifted and no one really talks about it that much. Where, like, you're at 50,000 a day and you're like, yeah, that's just
pretty reasonable for a country our size. You know what I mean?
But look, to be fair, so Melbourne is. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard about it. Far out over there in America, but Melbourne, the state we're in, Victoria, has now had its own spike. We had 73 cases yesterday. 73 new cases yesterday. Yeah. So we've shut down half the city. There's 5 like commission housing blocks we have where people live, like, where the government pays for the people's rent, these commission flats.
Yeah.
We've got 5 buildings where they found that it was a hot spot. So there's, like, cops out the front not letting anyone in and out of those buildings. And we've got 70 cases in the whole state.
And when was the last time you guys had a death?
Look, I think there was an 88-year-old guy a week ago.
Wow.
So...
Would you like to, yeah, I haven't talked about this yet. So I went in to get a test Wednesday. And it was the first time I went in and got a test. I was sick early on. I had a lot of aches and stuff, so I assumed I had it.
You're such a hypochondriac as well.
This is like March, April, And then about a week ago, I started vomiting and shitting my brains out, like, on the reg. You know what I mean?
Like, more than usual.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know, man. Like, because I don't know, stomach aches and cramps. I could have got food poisoning from something, because that's what it felt like. It felt like food poisoning. And I wasn't having any problem breathing, other than, like, typical allergies and it being Vegas and it's very hot and dry right now. But I wanted to go get the test.
Yeah. It sounds like you had, like, none of the traits.
Yeah. I just wanted to fucking make sure.
Okay.
You're right. I'm crazy. I wanted to fucking know.
Yeah. So did a small part of you kind of want to have it? Be honest. Some small part of you wanted to be like, fuck yeah, I knew I was going to get it.
I might have it. You know what you need? You need the antibody. You need the antibody test. That's what you really need.
What's that?
You need where you can see if you had it and your body has antibodies for it. That's what we need in America.
Is that how it works? Do you get? I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh my
do
God.
you
This
get
is the
antibodies?
biggest thing here now. It's antibody testing. Because if you got sick and you think you might have had it but couldn't get a test, they can test you to see if you did have it.
But if you had it, then does it mean you can't get it again?
They don't know yet, but typically it means that your body knows how to fight it off better and is prepared for it.
Okay.
See, this is how dumb they are over there because they're not being hit with the news with this because they don't have any fucking problems. They're all down at the coffee shop talking shit about Americans.
Yeah, because that's a look. The other plus side is having you guys go through all this is like eventually you're going to figure out how to like protect yourselves against it and heal from
No,
it.
we're
and all that
not.
stuff. We
No,
just
we're
kick back and
not.
get that.
We're not going to figure it out until everyone's had it or is dead. Like this is such a fucked situation, and don't fucking take me. I'm being deadly serious when I say this. I'm enjoying every fucking minute of it. I'll stay holed up in my castle forever.
Yeah.
2,500 square feet here. Let's dance.
Yeah, you got no problems.
Yeah, I can.
You just get to walk out later and pick up the remains.
Yeah, I just go out in the street and kick all the dirty needles to the curb. From Bill Gates.
Don't you want to go out and do a bit of riding? Like I've always wanted to do a bit of riding.
Do a bit of writing or riding?
Rioting, looting.
Oh, rioting. Yeah, are you guys jealous of that?
Look, I've been to a few soccer games where things have gotten rowdy afterwards, and done a bit of kicking and pushing. But to be honest, we don't have any Confederate statues to pull down over here, so we just kind of just yelled at immigrants. We did our best. We did our best to kind of match up with you guys.
When are you guys going to get rid of coon cheese?
Hey, okay. We've got coon cheese. We've got Redskins, the candy. What else have we got? We got a few that have snuck in here in Australia and no one knows. Oh, fun fact, I had a kid that I grew up with in school whose nickname was Coon. We all called him that.
Great.
Yeah, he was Sri Lankan. He wasn't even like... We'd be like, hey, Coon, what's going on? He'd be like...
He wasn't even what?
He wasn't even African-American.
Right.
Black? What word was I going to say there that would have been shocking?
Yeah, I don't know. What, do you remember?
He wasn't even of African descent, if you know what I mean. His mothers weren't quite that dark, if you can get my drift.
4 months ago...
He wasn't as partial to what?
4 months ago today, I think. 4 months ago today, we were hanging out in Adelaide.
Was it 4 months ago?
Yeah, because we went out on the 2nd of March. Today's the what? Today's the 4th, 5th. We were out there. And we were laughing at Eddie Ift because we went to Eddie Ift's show. We were laughing at him because Eddie wouldn't shake hands with anybody. He wanted to do elbow touches and weirdo bumps. And now how fortuitous. You know what I mean?
That's where I was laughing at both of you. I'm like, look at these paranoid hypochondriacs just feeding off each other's terror and getting more paranoid.
Maybe it's because we know that like Trump is going to fuck this up doubly hard. Like, I feel like we would have done nothing. We've got doctors who aren't allowed to tell us the truth because they're afraid they'll get fired from their positions. So it's like, I love how we laugh at North Korea and we laugh at like China for censoring the internet. And it's like our Surgeon General can't say it's not good to go to gatherings because our president is holding rallies for thousands and thousands of people. So it'd be shitty for our Surgeon General, the head doctor of these here United States, to come out and say, we're done. We can't go to large gatherings. He can't say that. So we're not getting the best medical advice. And what's even funnier about it is that it's not even a good get. Like, I'm sure every president lies to us, but it's like we all have the news and the stats. We know you're lying. This is insane.
Yeah. It's ballsy. That's someone who's like, that's someone who's cheats on their missus and it's like they've got all the evidence there and they're still just sticking to it anyway. You're like, man, we've got all the proof. And it's like, nah, I swear, babe, I didn't go out and do that time. I swear. Swear to God.
It was because of all the Sudanese in the commission housings in Melbourne.
Oh, you got someone who's actually up to speed on... Yeah. it's a very racially charged issue at the moment. Everyone's getting very upset because we had some richer suburbs which had cases, but no one got upset. But then as soon as the poorer, like I think, what do you guys call that? Public housing, tenement housing? What do you call those apartment
Section
blocks?
8. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that, and it's like as soon as one of those had like it looked like they were sick, they just shut it down. It's the first time they've done it in Australia.
Well,
Police out the front. You're not allowed to leave.
So I guess the hospital district in Houston hit 100% on their ICU beds. They have waiting lists, and they just stopped reporting stats. The head doctor for the state of Florida was fired because she refused to fudge the numbers in the reporting and lower them. So now she's
Fired by who?
Fired by the state, by the governor, and because she was reporting honest stats. So now she's still got access to somebody in the department leaking her the real numbers, and she's publishing them on her own Twitter. Real numbers, just to fuck over the state. It's a goddamn
so much
nightmare.
Crazy about that.
I heard today, I think yesterday or today, Friday, 12 new restaurants opened on the Las Vegas Strip. And for the first time Friday, masks are mandatory in restaurants, which makes no sense because how do you eat with a fucking mask on? Indoor dining, 12 new restaurants on the Strip. What are we doing? Are you watching everything skyrocket again and hospitals fill up? Well, I don't want to have to go into the hospital to have my stomach pumped for food poisoning and not be able to get attention because you went to a goddamn barbecue on the 4th of July. It's on. But what the fuck is happening? Get out of the streets, man.
At what point, though, do you say, well, look, I mean, yeah, go eat. Please go. Don't wear a mask. Don't do it. It's fine. Like, at what point do you start thinking, let's just let Darwin take its course? Let's let natural selection. Like, it's never been so easy.
Yeah,
right?
But it's devastating. Like, you guys are reopening. We're re-shutting down again. And I have a feeling that, oh my God, what just happened? We got a new follower and we got a lot of got him emotes. Got him.
What is that? Give it to that. That's the best. I can't believe I get to be in a podcast. Like, this might be a dream of mine. I get to be in a podcast where someone actually uses that sound. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? What is happening?
Got him.
What is happening?
We just have fun. I don't know. People donate money or give bits or subscribe and stuff, and then it goes ape shit. I don't know what happened.
That was so many sounds at once. That was like being at a baseball game again.
Oh no, that was me doing that. Winebox Wednesdays just cheered 100 bits. Thank you so much. Oh, we got some puppies going on now. That's what's up.
Is this like live? Are they seeing our screens as well, or just the sound?
What are you talking about?
Can they see us?
Yes, they can see us. Are you not? Okay. Wow, what an out of it. Guys, we got one.
We're very backwards here in Australia.
Guys, we got one. Yeah, they don't have the internet to stream live in Australia.
How do you bloody do this? This is amazing. They can see us.
Essendon, Melbourne represent. I'm political.
All right, Essendon, my man or woman or whatever else. Nice. I'm Essendon as well. Yeah, that's our AFL, Australian Football League rules thing.
Yeah.
We've got our own version of football here.
Yeah, we all know. We all know. You'll all tell us about it constantly. We get it.
Are you accusing me of talking about Australia a little bit?
I just think if everybody could get on the same page, speak English, American English, speak it. Let's have a go. Let's have a go.
Oh, you want me to go American? I can do that. How about we have that for the rest of the podcast?
What are you going to do? An American accent?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do an American accent. You better believe it.
I love to see this.
Oh my God, you'll love to see it. Well, let me just get this started
Oh
right
my
now.
God, it's like
Let me
Jacques.
tell you, Pat.
It's like
It's so
Jacques
easy down here.
Jacques Barrett walked in the room.
How you guys doing over here?
Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about America? I'm a goddamn American. I don't know. I could do a lot of different. Yeah, I'm from America. I watched Tiger King recently, so I know how to sound like a meth addict from Louisiana, wherever the fuck he's from.
Do you know what I really miss so much about our last time together before the world shut down?
Oh,
Scootering around the streets.
fuck! You love that scooter so much.
Oh my
Do you guys have
God.
that there?
How liberating are those scooters, and they're very accommodating to bigger men. I like that.
They were sturdy. They were a sturdy
It's a
design.
sturdy
You're like,
scooter, and
yeah.
and they don't care what you do to them. There's no extra fee to piss on it. Nothing like that. They don't give a
Yeah, you
shit.
just love it. Yeah, they don't care what you do.
No, I pissed on it.
Yeah, I fucking love
I
that.
plugged my phone in and rigged it to charge my battery, drain their battery, left it in
I
a
didn't know you
ditch.
could do that.
Oh yeah, man, I killed that shit.
You left it in a ditch.
Yeah, I threw it away.
That's
I
that's
chopped
actually
it
okay.
up. I chopped it up and sold it for parts.
Nice, very.
You know what? If you steal
You
one,
come to my country and you take my assets and you fucking destroy them. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
if you
All right?
if you steal one, like everything in life has a fucking loophole to it. Okay, you sign up for some of those scooters, and you steal one. They charge you $700, whatever it is, for the scooter. They charge you $1,000 on your credit card for the scooter. That's how they get you. Okay, but if you steal 200 of these scooters, they can't charge you enough. You know what I mean? Use one of those burner cards and just throw it away, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away now. They're not coming after you for that.
They've got GPS.
Great. I'll disable that immediately. The battery's got to die sometime. Then we hack it, and then we start our own scooter company. We paint them a different color. We build our own app. Ours don't even, we just make them cost half.
Look, I don't.
You
I
act
don't
like you have no vision, bro.
Look, I don't. No, I'm just saying. I don't shit on your parade. I love hearing this. I love the passion, but you took like an hour to set up the podcast today, and you want to hack into scooters and set up a GPS system and then create our own app?
I didn't say I would fucking do it. We'll get a guy.
Ah, right. Okay, we'll get a guy.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
why don't you fucking say so, bro?
We get a man to do it. Yeah, you're right. Okay, we're way off track. I didn't finish my COVID testing story.
All right. Okay. Did someone just remind you of that, or you just remembered it?
Yeah. So
4th of July, baby. I can't believe it. Oh, by the way, happy 4th. You know what? Happy Independence Day.
thank you, man. That means a lot coming from a man of your ethnicity.
Okay. I didn't think you'd go there, right? But yes, I am both Greek and Australian. Greeks have an Independence Day, you know that?
People are saying they assume I need 2 scooters.
One for each foot.
Yeah,
that would be fucking amazing to see.
I ride them like
you riding that like 2
skis.
dolphins.
Yeah, like a ski. No, that was not me. Don't do that. But okay, so I go to this casino that's closed down where they're doing COVID testing. This hospital's doing it. The National Guard is doing it. Soldiers and shit. They go in there. They swab my mouth. No one talks to me. They wave me forward. I'm out on the street now. No one talked to me. So I made an appointment. You go in. They check you in you put your ID on the dash when you drive up. And they look at it through the window. You don't even roll your window down. So then they check you in.
So you're in the car the whole time?
Yeah. They radio it ahead. Then they send you up to the next station where they give you a bag where they printed out a label with your name and your number or whatever, so they know who you are. And they put that label on a bag and put it under your windshield wiper. And and then wave you to the next station. You still haven't taken your window down.
Mm-hmm.
They wave you to the next station. You get the bag. They have a thing ready. You roll your window down. They swipe your mouth. They put it in the bag. They tell you to roll your window up. You drive forward. And then I'm out on the street. So no one says a word to me. You know what I mean? I feel like I just got Men in Black raped. Black sticked.
Yeah.
This was crazy.
So the craziest part to me is that that's happening in the same state where they're letting restaurants open. like once I'm like, you cannot come anywhere near us, and then he does that, like, come right in.
So
eat indoors.
Yeah, I don't get it. So I'm like, a day goes by, I don't hear anything, and I start going to the website of the hospital, and I'm like, there's no information on how to get your results for this test. No one told me. No one gave me paperwork. I didn't get a text. I didn't get an email confirmation. You know, I hope that was a legit testing site, not just some black market 23andMe.
Was it a swab in your mouth, or what was this swab? What did they use to swab your mouth?
Yeah. Well, it was long and black.
Well, look, I got to be honest, it's sounding a lot less like a swabbing site and more like something you usually have to pay for.
Tasted like mommy's friend Carl.
Well, at least it's nostalgia, I guess.
So days go by. There's no text. There's no email. I messaged the hospital. I said, hey, I'm sure you guys are swamped and busy. Look, I've checked your website. I've checked your social media. You have, like, go behind the scenes with the janitor at the hospital, like vignettes on your website. You have, like, links to, like, find out why we paint the hospitals a soft gray. Like, you know what I mean? You have, I don't know, but it's like, for the first time in existence, someone is purposefully coming to your website. How's about you put the links to the things we want in a visible fucking area? I don't understand the entire process of hiding where I go to get results. Nowhere does it say. There's no information. Facebook, social media, anywhere. I messaged them. You know, sorry to bother you with this. I haven't seen where to get it. Where can I get my results? They read the Facebook message an hour later. No reply. I let a day go by. I messaged again like, hey, sorry again. Yeah, I mean, this is ghosting hard. And by the way, you have my DNA. And I consider you performing a test on me, giving me the results. That completes the test. Otherwise, you have stolen my DNA, and you will be hearing from my lawyer. And he is heavily influenced by the Jewish persuasion and DNA. So
perfect.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer when you come. The website guy is on furlough.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Oh, now you got that in my head.
Yeah. But no, I'm glad things are going great there. 72 cases, and you think maybe a guy died last week. That's really great for you guys.
Oh, wait. So did you get the results in the end? What happened?
No answer. No idea what to do.
That was the end. That was the end of the story.
Yeah, I wish there was an answer for you. I may or may not have Corvid.
Okay. It's not.
You know what I mean? By the time
which site did you go to? Were you testing Corvid?
I don't know. I installed all these programs on my computer. I entered my bank account. It told me to go to this casino and see a man in a suit.
Yeah. Open my mouth, take this long black swab, and then never hear from them again. Look, it does sound like some past relationship, if you know what I mean. Nah, so that was too much, wasn't it?
Listen, I just need your help with this because I want to defect, and I don't know if you need a sponsor, but could I defect to Australia? Here's the thing, you know, registrations are open for the festivals next year, very soon.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Americans will even be allowed in your country for real, on the real. Europe's already gone. We're good, and you know you guys are stricter than Europe.
Yeah, no, we've been weirdly strict. So basically, it depends how much it costs for you to get here, and then I'm pretty sure you just sit in a hotel for like 2.5 weeks, and then you're good. But I think it'll cost a lot to get here, and yeah, you just have to waste 2.5 weeks sitting in a hotel room, which you're doing anyway now. But
Yeah, but that's expensive. Or they're probably dead cheap because the only people using them are quarantiners.
yeah, I actually don't know how that works. The cost part of it.
Well,
Like, I think the big one would be the flights. I think the flights are pretty fucked up.
What do you mean? They're expensive?
In terms of the cost, yeah, the cost of flights to get around the world right now is crazy.
I don't know. You guys are real fucking pansies about it, though, right? You'll make people. You'll be like, "Oh, we should pay for it because we're a civilization."
Is that? Oh, I didn't realize we were a bunch of British ruffians.
Yes.
Oh, pretty welcome for here. Welcome to Australia, there, Governor. We'll pay for that.
Oh, jolly well. I think the government should cover the costs. It's only the fair thing to do here in Australia.
But you're in Australia.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, come along here.
If you asked me to do an Australian accent, I couldn't do it for you. I couldn't make that happen in any way.
Sit there
whatsoever.
and take the piss out of my pitch perfect.
Take the piss in it.
And then you go sit here and be like, "Hey, welcome to Australia. How are you? Eh?
Can we?
Crikey! Let's get another shrimp on the barbie, Governor."
Can we talk about? So yeah, long story short, no results. Could be dead before I find out if I'm dying. So that's great.
I mean, nah, you don't have any. Do you have any pre-existing conditions?
I don't. This guy in the chat is giving a lot of joyless July tips. It is joyless July. I have quit for July the Juul, the vape pen. And I also, I haven't had a cigarette since I left Australia in March.
No shit.
Yeah, immediately.
Okay,
well, my wife is a born-again Jewish Mormon, Kathleen, and her 2 kids, Sasha and Malia, have asthma. And, so I can't be in the house. Plus little Jacob, he already has lupus and AIDS.
I mean, the AIDS part's fine with the cigarette, but
it's pretty.
lupus could be
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
but
it sounds pretty intense. I gotta be honest.
Keep us in your prayers. And thank God.
Really, it sounds like this guy. I mean, if he's got AIDS and lupus, he might as well just start smoking if he feels good about it.
This is my newborn son we're talking about.
Newborn.
Yeah. He was born. He was born just like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Wow. And born with AIDS.
Well, I guess he was born a couple months ago. You know how time travels. It's weird though, because it's like when he was conceived, because I thought I was in Edinburgh when the doctor says he was, conceived. So that's weird. But I talked to her about it, and she's like, "No, my body's real slow." And
I've heard of that.
I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I've heard a lot of that.
That's why she only ever came after you left.
Yeah. Oh fuck, she's great.
She's great.
Well, it's great that you guys. It's really cool that you guys think the worst of us as a nation. I gotta say.
Look, it's fun. You get to see the twisting and the turning, the lies and the. You know what the worst part is though? We've got a lot of people here in Australia. Just so you feel good for a second. We've got a lot of people here who are hardcore Trump supporters here in Australia. You know that? And I'm going to sit here and say I'm not going to give all the opinions on Trump that a lot of people might have. I'm chill with that, but I think it's pretty funny for someone in Australia to be a passionate Trump supporter.
Yeah.
I don't know. That just seems like a strange decision. That's like saying it's not about Trump. It's about fuck all y'all.
But you guys,
all y'all woke cunts. Fuck you.
Yeah, but you guys make like some really bad decisions, like with your government and election.
I know we've got the worst. Our government's worse. Our government's actually technically worse than I think if it was. Yeah. Right now.
So
they're crazier.
Do you now? Okay, so jumping into that, let's talk about the Kanye thing. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. Yeah. You don't like Biden?
Look, I've got a nuanced opinion. Biden's an idiot, but if you're going to have an idiot who's not Bernie be the Democratic nominee, if you're going to have anyone but Bernie be the Democratic nominee, you want it to be someone who's that old and frail that you can still manipulate things. You can still have a chance to say anything.
Right.
Like if it's an Obama or something, you've got no chance of changing anything. But if it's Biden, you can't string a sentence together. You're going to be able to slide some shit in, you know. Biden will be like, "What does this say?" And you're like, "Just sign it." He'll be like, "Mommy," like, "Yeah."
So what do you make of the announcement of Kanye West? Do you think this is a goof?
Do you remember when Bloomberg ran for the nomination?
Yeah, that wasn't a
Democrats?
joke, though.
No, it wasn't a joke, but it ended up being a joke.
And by the
because
way, has Biden gotten the nomination? Is that official?
I think
They haven't had the
it's
convention
now,
yet.
they don't have the convention, but they've had all of the things which lead up to it. So up until
All
I think that now
the
officially he's crossed the tally count, but he hasn't actually been officially nominated. So
the primaries and stuff.
yeah. He's still got to have the convention, but it's past the point where like it can be anyone else, kind of.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat room, Moody. We're doing.
Hey, Moody.
You've never met Moody.
I know. I'm just being friendly.
I will tell you this. We'll do a
here.
quick shout out. I think you have met Sean from Liverpool, my friend in Edinburgh, who comes out every year.
What's up, Sean?
He just he's not in the chat, I don't think, but he just had his second baby yesterday. So
what?
Good job with that fucking mistake.
No, you're gonna regret that, son.
Nope, I won't. Right. And by the way, you named your first son Xander. What are you gonna name this one? Rusty? Simon?
You gotta go. You can't go back to normal after Xander, can you?
No. You got to get weirder and weirder. I think his name has to be like True Mancy.
True Mancy.
Yeah.
I was just going to say it should be like Black Bock. You got to have that extra bit.
Yeah.
Clancy? No, wait.
Trumancy.
Trumancy.
Yeah, I don't know. Just has to be ridiculous.
COVIDy.
We have to talk about this from a real point of view. Kanye, if he's running seriously, first of all, as soon as he announces on Twitter, Elon Musk comes out and says, "I endorse Kanye West for president."
Yeah.
Now, why that's significant, I think, is because very recently Kanye posted a picture of him with Elon Musk at Elon Musk's house where he calls him his boy. Like they're hanging out, Kanye West and Elon Musk, just Teslas, rockets, and weed, you know?
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you?
So what if Elon Musk runs on the ticket with Kanye as VP? Now we've got one of the most influential pop icons in the world. And first of all, Moody, I will tell you this, Moody in the chat, who's in Auckland, he's, you'd think he's just a New Zealand guy, but don't worry, he's Iraqi. He gets a lot of discrimination for it, and he'll let you know.
He does not shut up.
God, if there's one more video with fake tears, I am unsubscribing. No, I'm kidding. He's a lovely man. He says Elon Musk isn't out of it, which is the highest level of insult you can give to somebody on this show, calling them out of it. And if that's a bit or a troll on me, I will fucking fight you to the death.
I don't know what any of this. I don't know if this is.
I just bought Tesla stock about a week and a half ago, and it's been going great. So I'll fight you on this. I'm making
most valuable car company in the world now.
I want one so bad, but I can't bring myself as a thrifty man to get rid of a car that works fine. I have a car that works great. It's a 1997 Pontiac Sunfire. It's I've converted it.
Sounds amazing. Why would you change?
To a rustier version of what it was.
Mate, forget these. Although Tesla's I feel like cars over in America are so cheap compared to here in Australia.
If Kanye gets Beyonce as a running mate, it's over.
What about Kim?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And by the way, Kim's been going to school to become a lawyer. Like, you don't think this is all calculated? This could be the move. And by the way, you can't say it can't happen. Trump became president. This country is down for mixing it up.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, they're down, but like now they've got Trump. I think everyone's doing. It's exactly like with Bernie when he didn't get it. It's like everyone's so just losing it about Trump that they're just going to go with whoever the main person is who isn't him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and like if anything, yeah. So look, I'm not saying Trump's going to lose, but it's not looking great. It is not looking great.
Well,
you can always pull it out. What about but Kanye? Do you reckon he would do like presidential contenders have a theme song?
Come on now,
baby. I don't know why I'm asking this question. Now, do presidential candidates have a theme song? Because Kanye better be dropping a presidential theme song. Like, surely.
Oh my God. All of his ads could be like mini videos. And here's the thing. He doesn't even have to buy ad time. He just drops them on YouTube.
Just
and they'll blow up and get shared everywhere.
Yeah. Right. Just laughing. Bring in some collaborators.
Like, so do you not think
doing backup tracks?
Do you not think this could happen?
Mate, it could be a bit of fun. But like I said, any other year, and I think it'd be bigger news, but this year you're just like, okay. Here's another thing that might entertain me a little bit. Yeah,
I will tell you this. Kanye is an absolute goddamn kook. Like, he is a full-fledged nut. However, I think on political matters and just... It's hard to say which one would be more embarrassing. Because, you know what I mean? Kanye does some pretty cringe work.
Actually, isn't Kanye also like big on the church stuff as well? So he might actually be going for the same like demographic as Trump. They'll be competing on who's more religious.
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
Something I'd fucking love
Moody
to see.
makes a good point. I don't think America could elect a black man right now. Even him running is going to add a whole crazy different dynamic to this, is it not? Like,
I just don't think he's big enough. Like, I think it's going to be one of those things where it's like
you don't think he's big enough?
Like
Kanye West
machine, like the machine you need behind you. Like he's too random and he's crazy. He's so crazy.
Trump's not insane.
Yeah, but Trump's been insane for 40 years, and he's been slowly going crazier, but always within this realm of hustling. Kanye's comes out of nowhere. He's doing the Trump playbook. Like, who are you going to appeal to? I don't know.
Somebody says Tulsi Gabbard should be in. The DNC fucked up by booting her.
It's Bernie all the way, man.
Well, Bernie's done. Like, first of all, if Kanye got Bernie to run with him, what do you think would happen?
Then you got trouble. Then you got a splitting.
Do you think that could get it done?
Well, then you got an actual thing going on there. If it's just Kanye, who's voting for Kanye? Who's voting for Kanye?
I mean, I am.
And that's the thing. If Kim was like VP, then you're like, oh, well, that's actually some serious muscle. Like Kim's got her.
Well, does anybody in the chat know? Well, first of all, it doesn't. You think if Kanye doesn't run, that he's not going to get a few shout outs on Kim's shit? You fucking nut.
You'll get some, but I think
I love you. Like, oh man.
I reckon Kim would be more dangerous than Kanye, actually, if she was running.
Yeah.
Like more chance, actually. Some self-made billionaire woman with her hundreds of millions of fans.
Oh man, Pete Davidson. What would be crazy is if you got a little heat off of Ariana Grande. That'd be crazy if that happened. Oh wait, that's how fucking the world works.
Yeah. Okay, look, it's a valid point. All right. You know what? You know what we do here in Australia, Pat? We retract statements when we realize that maybe we didn't say them correctly. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
You know?
I accept your apology, full-fledged. Kanye with Mama June. Gross. I
don't even know what that means.
Honey Boo Boo's mother.
I still don't know who that is.
It's a bit. Did you guys get the Eurovision movie drop on Netflix?
Yeah. What did you guys think of that?
Have you watched that?
Yeah, I just watched it yesterday.
And what did you think?
I thought it was great.
I thought it was, well, this is from a guy who enjoyed Booksmart, but that's also his favorite abduction technique. I will say that I did enjoy it and thought it was a good movie. Every comedian and everyone I know in the U.S. hates it. They hate it.
Why?
I think I would have hated it too if I didn't get into like what the Eurovision was. I met in like 2016. I met Ewan Spence, who like goes there and does like the Eurovision podcast and writes for them and shit in Edinburgh, and he was like telling me all about it and shit. And then Sean in Liverpool got me into it, and I've watched it for a couple years, so I get it. And I think that movie has so many like specific references to people who have won it in the past and who have been on it before.
Yeah. Like that whole song.
Well, the Conchita Wurst character, like with the beard, like Americans don't know who the fuck that is or get that reference.
That song would be so weird to them. They'd be like, "Who the fuck are all of these people and what are they singing?"
Right, but also like just the bearded woman. Like they're just like, "What the fuck is this woman in here?" I thought we already got rid of this in Barnum and Bailey Showman.
We're past this, the Greatest Showman. You're only allowed one bearded woman every decade. We got that already.
Yeah.
All right.
This Next is year, me. Now. We get it.
But I don't get like as in even if you don't know any of that stuff though, it was fine as a movie. It was a good time. Like as in, I'm not saying it's the greatest.
I thought it was all right. The feedback here is bad. They hate it.
Yeah. Well, you guys did. Look at you guys.
I'll tell you this too. I was out in my front yard. I posted this on my story, P-Melt on Instagram. And while you're on Instagram, why don't you follow the show too? We have the worst name on Instagram because we got on it about 6 months ago. Our Instagram is NL Onions. So the show's called Nobody Likes Onions. You'd think we could just get that name or NLO. No. NL Onions. It sounds like a guy who comes to town and sells dictionaries out of a handbag. Hi, I'm NL Onions. At your service.
You want dictionaries? I got dictionaries for you. I got dictionaries, spoons, books, and thesauruses.
Neil Onions.
Neil Onions. You'd have to change your name if you were called that.
Should we get into something a little saucy before we let you go here soon?
Oh,
because I know you have do you have a date tonight?
No, I've got a dinner with just a mate, just another guy.
Is it someone I know?
So drought-ridden in the last 3 months, it's depressing.
Oh, on the old pussy front.
On the old pussy front, baby.
Why don't you try
the springs have gone dry.
Why don't you try the pussy?
Pussies have tightened up.
Why don't you try the pussy back?
Get some pussy diviner.
Oh Jesus. Do you fuck? No.
Yeah, I'll fuck. Yeah. What are you trying to say? Do I look like I don't fuck? I swear, I fucked once. I had sex once.
I think we should cover what has happened recently in a group. Now this is gonna. Okay, before we do this.
Yes.
Now, let me set it up.
Oh, fuck me. I've been catching up today. I'm obsessed.
Let me set it up.
I'm obsessed. Okay, go.
So this is going to be very inside baseball, okay? But if you
so deep.
I promise you, if you stick with me through this is a fascinating story. It's going to be like the time you first learned to touch yourself when your parents leave you alone.
And they come back
and catch you and want to do it. No, what were you gonna say?
That's what I was gonna.
There's a comedian in the UK. I think he lives in London, or maybe he lives in Edinburgh. I don't know. He I would describe this guy as meek. Definitely on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And who isn't? So no judgment.
Yep.
And he, I guess, shot up very quickly on this group called the Comedy Collective on Facebook, and became an admin of this group, and slowly started promoting a podcast that he runs called Ask the Industry Podcast, which just interviews people in the UK who are in the comedy industry. But then he doesn't let anybody in the group post anything self-promoting or anything like that, but he constantly promotes himself. And it's always these little just, passive pats on the back and nudges to himself forward.
It's a big group. We should clarify. 14,000.
It's a big group, 14,000 people in the UK comedy world. His name's Simon Caine. Google it. PandaRiot.com. Shout out. But as an admin, he has gone on one of the craziest white knighting SJW rants. He's one of these people, like, anytime a woman posts anything, he's the first one. They're like, I just want to say, first of all, I deeply feel for your story and your pain, and I am so sorry that this happened to you. On behalf of all men, I find it disgusting that, just this kind of like fucking simp.
I didn't understand it.
It's like, it's so weird.
I'm crying even thinking about it. Oh my God.
Like that kind of stuff.
How could they do this?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And he then like goes after anybody who gets any kind of accusation against them. So like, also he's just fucking narcissistic and crazy about
I feel like it wasn't even like accusations. It was like anything.
Stuck in New Zealand, like kind of like when it was shutting down, and he was also like getting Airbnbs at festivals, and he wrote tomes about the problems with his Airbnb and this crazy woman in his Airbnb and how Airbnb customer service wouldn't help him and how she heard him eating candy bars in the night. Like, it's crazy shit. Like, and I don't comment on anything on Facebook. I'm in that group, but I don't write posts and I don't fucking participate in it because everything on the internet is forever, and you won't find me joining in lowbrow horse shit like that. Although I'm about ready to start burning it down, and I might start doing just weird trolling on there. Who fucking knows? The night is young.
I look forward to it. Yeah, tonight. Fuck. Happy 4th of July, motherfuckers.
You did call Chris out for eating Jolly Ranchers in the night. That's a good point. So what? It's not a good point, Moody. Please don't talk in my fucking channel ever again. What happened was, he wanted to take. So I guess there are a lot of comics right now who are coming forward who may not have any big skeletons in the closet and horrible shit they've done. Probably George and myself even, and they'll play this show on the news when we get caught.
Speak for yourself, bro.
What are you talking about?
I can't believe the
pain
that women have gone
for a
through.
fact.
It just hurts me.
Well, I know a Colombian circus girl who would argue.
Hey, that was fine. Okay.
Wow. The more you say right now, the worse.
Hey, she can't say no in the English language.
I'm going to stop with that. The more you say right now, the worse you are going to look.
She loved it. All right.
Fucking hell.
That was just banter. We're just having a good time.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Patrick, let me tell you a little thing about women.
We got him. No, I'm kidding. Listen. So he was one of these guys. So I guess there's a lot of guys coming out who may not have big things that are going to like ruin their life. But they know they've done some weird fucked up shit. So they're coming out and they're saying things like, hey, I just want to say that while I've always considered myself to be a good person and totally respect women, I realize there's some times in my past when I've definitely treated women not as good as I should have and used them just to get sex and for my own pleasure. I'm really sorry for ever doing that and taking advantage of you and objectifying. Like, there's a lot of guys doing this kind of a post. Which is
out of nowhere.
Weird.
That's so weird.
Weird, pre-defense game. Heavy, weird shit.
That's so weird.
So Simon wanted to screenshot every comic who had one of these posts. And he started a website where he was going to keep track of every comic who did something or apologized for something or who had any kind of allegation for posterity, so nobody could ever take it down, and there would always be his archive of creeps who he deemed bad people. And there's a psychological, theory behind this, that people like him, who aren't the worst people in the world, do this kind of behavior because they want people they want people to see that they're a good person, but that more importantly, they want to feel themselves that they're a good person because other people are doing worse shit. And by bringing that to the forefront and shedding light on
Oh,
that.
you reckon that?
Yeah, by bringing that to the front, shedding light on that. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah. It's like, I just punched the guy. That dude broke his arm. I'm fine.
self-soothing in a way, right? Because I'm nowhere near this bad. Yes, I've talked inappropriately to women and I've done some fucked up shit, but I've never done this to a woman. So all these women start coming crazy. And I think one of the problems with this guy is he is awkward. He is, I do think he's somewhat autistic or Aspergery or something on the spectrum.
He was weird to talk to.
He's got a lisp, which doesn't help. You pile on the afflictions and we all just bail. But, it's a hard swipe left from everyone. So I think he rubs people creepily and he doesn't have the social skills. Even online, he comes across as manic and crazy. His Edinburgh show was called Every Room's a Panic Room when you overthink it or something like that. And so as this fucking crazy dictator of this group for so long and rubbing people the wrong way and screenshotting them and throwing them up and any kind of joke, people are making jokes about hey, what do you think about this? Chris, what do you think about all the comics fucking underage girls? And somebody wrote not happening nearly enough for my taste. And he screenshots them and posts them up and then bans them from the group and overreaction. It's like a comics group with 14,000 comedians there, most of who are open mic, nonsense comics who are just trying to get people to like them. Literally, 3 likes on their joke will make them feel so much better about their existence. And so they're going to make dumb, inappropriate jokes and not really read the room and be a little tone deaf. But that's no reason in a comedy fucking form. He wanted it all business. So everybody just built up this hate for him for all these years. And now that this is happening to him.
It was even the podcast thing. He would have that posted and people would be like, oh, why can you promote your podcast and we can't? And he would delete the comments.
Yeah, nobody could post anything that happened against him. And I think that's a reaction when you're new on the internet. God knows I've been through several phases of that where you go on the internet and you kind of realize the more you fight any of this shit, you know what I mean? You can only control what you can control. And the more you fight any of this shit, the worse it's going to look going forward, because then he posted some posts, which is banana nut bread. I don't even, what was the thing? So this, right before this happened, literally 2 days before this happened, where he's getting 7 accusations now, apparently from a girl, allegedly. He was running for the comics representation for a union of comics in the UK because the last guy got ousted for having inappropriate relationships with a younger woman. So he nominated himself for this position and asked people to vote for him. Other people were nominating female comics with more qualifications. He was nominating himself and promoting that through the group because of his ability to do that and nobody else's ability to do that. Then he steps down right before all this comes out. Hey, I want to nominate these 2 women who I understand are running. I'm stepping back. And it's because he knew this was all about to come out about him, I guess. And these 2 women came out and said, why are you endorsing us? We're not even running, and we've never talked to you or interacted with you. We don't even know you. Why are you talking about 2 black women you're recommending for this position? You don't know.
He was just going for the most woke angle. 2 black women. Think how objectifying that is to them as people. Just picking 2 black women, I nominate these 2. It's just all about you. You don't give a fuck about them.
So then he goes, as so many of these people do, which is just there's no way this. The thing is, none of this shit ever claps back as hard as you think it's going to in your head. he writes this long post on July 3rd. There are 4 issues I'd like to address. Also, another sign of a great, he's thought this out. He's done several revisions. This was copy and pasted, not composed in the browser. A comedian has made an allegation that I behaved inappropriately towards their friend. Without naming the person, I strongly refute these allegations. These claims are hearsay and untrue. I am taking legal advice on what my next steps are on these posts. Edit, just to clarify, I'm not refuting anyone's feelings. So what a fucking juxtaposition we're seeing now between his SJW white knight tendencies and his stupid fucking self-programmed brain telling him like everybody's truth is valid and everybody's experiences matter and don't invalidate anybody's whatever. And he's over here going like, you know what you did.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so glorious. Oh.
What I am refuting is everything else in the allegation. On Twitter, it was alleged that I was outed for being a sex pest. In quotes. And this message has been retweeted dozens of times. The claim is categorically untrue. The tweet is libelous since it is not true, and I request that anybody who shared the post delete it. That works well. That always works well when you tell the internet to get rid of something. That always works out.
Yeah.
Nobody just starts making backups. I know 6 people in the chat room right now who, if once they find this out, they're going to screenshot this fucking post because this will come down soon. Number 3, I've reflected on the comments made about my moderation of the Comedy Collective, and I know that screenshotting apology tweets from male comedians and sharing them in an album was a bad idea. I'm sorry for the hypocrisy of shaming people for ruining jokes in what I judged were bad taste when I too have made jokes on stage in the past that somebody would think were wrong and were ill-judged. I never intended to become judge and jury, and I regret how this appeared to others. I've stepped down as admin of this group, which I imagine he did because I think he was like the owner admin.
Yeah, he had all control, so it must have been... he must have gone to the point where it's like he had no choice.
I rescinded my candidacy as a committee member of the LCA, which is that comedy union. And I learned the names of 4 candidates that were considering running, and I judged that I wouldn't be the best candidate. I decided to use this platform I have on Facebook to show support to 2 of those individuals who I thought were running, since I thought they were the best qualified candidates for the job, and the remaining candidates I was aware of, and the highlight I necessarily not agree my support in any candidate. I'm deeply sorry that I've upset them by doing this. I'll be taking some time offline to take advice on next steps. This is over for this guy. Am I wrong? You'll never see this guy at another Australian festival. You'll never see this guy at another Edinburgh. He's made a living out of comedy industry podcasts and blogs and tutorials. He does this open book thing for his Edinburgh shows where he shows how many tickets he sells every day and how much he's making. It's like, what the fuck?
He's finished. That's why I was like,
you think he doesn't come back from this?
I don't think he can come. Like, as in, you can, if you're the kind of comedian that, look, if you're angling towards, there's certain comedians who can get away with this shit, but if you're doing the white knight, I'm woke and all that stuff, and then you get done for this, it's like, who's on your side now?
Yeah, in a way, I feel bad for him because I can't imagine this guy doing anything really, truly bad, being creepy. And everybody's in the comments of this post just calling him a sex pest again. It's not going well. Like it's
oh man.
And he's deleting comments left. Every time I check back, there's less comments than there were before, so he's deleting comments. People are finally like, "Can I suggest deleting this post?" I don't know you, but everyone who has made these kinds of posts in the past few years ends up amplifying claims against them, true or not.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny.
He said, somebody said, have all the comments been deleted due to possible libel?
It's fucking hilarious. I love it. It's been a delight to watch during these times.
I feel bad because I don't like, because this is the road we're going down where it's just a Gotham culture and we're going to get everybody. And it's like, who the fuck even wants to do this anymore? But,
Yeah.
and you guys, I think are a little behind us on it, but it's catching up.
No, Melbourne's pretty intense with that.
And you guys are right. I mean, Melbourne's a really, really,
Was
liberal.
Super, very liberal here. You can't say anything. But even here, there's still that space of a little bit of people saying different things as well, but not that much. Yeah. Look, I think I'm with you. I definitely agree that you've got to give the benefit of the doubt. You've got to give space. And being creepy or awkward or weird is a comedian. So that side of things can be misread. The issue was the white knight, like, hypocrisy of it. That's the only part that makes
it
it
obviously
worse.
makes it so much fucking worse. But, what can you do?
Yeah, well, it's like the audacity. Like, because you're just like, you the nerve. You thought you were so much better than everyone. Like, that's what you're tearing apart there. It's not actually got anything to do with specific claims.
And somebody pointed out, like, if this happened to somebody else, like, he'd be the first one going, like, ruin them. They never going to do anything again.
Yeah, hang them.
I love the always.
With the rock.
I love the taking time off. I'm going to take some time to listen now.
Man, he's fucked. And when I saw it, I was like, mate, he is. Like, who's going to be on it? Think about he asks guests to be on his podcast, and they're like, who's this guy? And they're like, oh, shit. No. I don't need this.
Well, I do think, oh my God, what was that one? What just exploded? Thank you for the cheer, baby. I sound like oh, fuck, what's happening? We're having a fucking Gotham-gasm. Oh, you got to be watching it to see. It's fucking crazy. Hot shit! That's nuts. All right. So, please stop donating money. We hate it here.
Yeah. Maybe they like my accent, eh?
No.
How you doing, fellas? How are we?
Nobody likes that. What do you guys want to wrap up with? George, anything you want to,
Do I want to wrap up with anything? Shit, man. I just wanted to say that I've had a lovely time, So if we want to wrap up with something, what's going on with you, Pat? How are you feeling?
Well,
how's your emotions?
I think I'm getting better. The food poisoning's going away. I've been, staying busy, helping the kids build popsicle birdhouses, and we've been making a lot of our own canned meats and jams.
Nice. Plan ahead. I get it.
A lot of venison.
Are they are they still good?
People in the chat are very upset that you're calling me Pat.
Oh,
they don't understand. Australians, I've tried this fight, and because they know I hate it. Like the loyal listeners of this show know that I hate Pat. But I don't fight anybody in Australia on this because you just can't get them to do it.
Hey, I'm very respectful.
No, you're not. You're not. Again, I've seen you with a Colombian circus girl.
Hey, that was.
people are gonna like really start digging into that and try to figure out what the fuck happened.
They're gonna really read into it way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I was with him the whole time. We were on scooters, and I'm sure you can GPS track those. I'm the one that's lagging behind.
That's why I know that.
Behind about half a block. If you track our scooters, he's definitely the one ahead.
That is why I was like, they got GPS on that. You guys know that? Yeah, they do. Just
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't think you can disable that if you know what you're doing?
Oh, yeah, no. Well, that would have saved me some time, but yeah.
I mean, is it worth it? I think it's very affordable for $10 a month or whatever it was, a week you get.
Yeah, that's true. It's in Adelaide. No one knows how to use computers.
Plus,
there.
the bank,
Melbourne's backwards.
with the bank you were raking in.
Yeah, true that. Whew. Surprised I didn't buy the whole company.
That show is fire.
Getting some of that book money, that sweet book money.
That entire trip was pretty much me just checking out a couple venues, us getting drunk, chain smoking, and then going to Burger King. That was pretty much the entire week.
I mean, you're making that sound like it wasn't great.
No, it was
a great.
And I love what you guys have done with Burger King there, or as you call it, Hungry Jacks.
Yeah. Hungry Jacks.
It's the weirdest food you've ever had in your life. I suggest you check it out. Hungry Jacks.
Tell me it's not delicious, though. It's better than Burger King. It's definitely better. Australia's got actually good food here.
Nothing in your country is better than here.
Are you crazy? Our food's so much better.
You want to know how much worse your food is than ours?
How much?
Same exact proportion that your comedy is bad to mine.
Fuck, so it's
pretty
amazing then.
Pretty brutal stuff. And I don't want to get emails on that proving otherwise.
Okay.
So you're getting on with your life. You guys are opened up. You're finding a new apartment. I'm
looking.
Yeah.
But no, I think we're about to get a brutal second wave potentially. That's what we got here. Melbourne's.
I don't see a way through it, and what they're saying is that the strain going around now is a strain that changed in Italy, and that's become the dominant strain now, and
a mutated one.
It's more contagious. So
hilarious.
That's why we're seeing spikes. Get ready, strap it, everybody. It's not going to be good. We're all going to die soon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
George,
I do have to get going though.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to plug your stuff? I was about to give you a nice smooth out, but you had to panic and get herky jerky with it. And now I don't know if you deserve a plug. Now, is there anything you want to? You have a social.
Sorry.
I know you love to give away bookmarks, so go ahead.
No, I've got to actually. I do have my. That sounds so. Look, I've got my show, my podcast, that Bookish comedy, Bookish. It's called. That podcast.
Yeah.
Book-ish is inside brackets. I don't know if that makes it harder to look up. It's really good. You should be on it sometime as well, Patrick.
I would love to.
It does come naturally.
I've been reading a new book.
Oh, yeah? What's it called?
Sharp Objects.
Ooh, okay. I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
No.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you're about to do a bit on me. I think you're going to be like, I've been reading a book recently, your mom, and I was going to be like, fuck, you got me. So,
No. Sharp Objects. It's a book.
Yeah, no, I ain't heard of it.
Book by Gillian Flynn. You ever heard of her?
Oh, yeah. Gone Girl.
Gone Girl. This is her first book, and it's about teeth and children.
Okay.
George, dime a dozen, everybody.
I'll take that, Pat.
I miss you, man. It seems like a lifetime ago. It was
bad.
Whew, you know. All right, get out of here. I know you got a mandate.
All right, no worries.
George Dimarelos, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Happy Christmas to him. How do I get you out of my dreams? George Dimarelos, everybody. Don't forget to call before you dig. We've got a lot of stuff on the Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. If you haven't joined, you are missing out. We're getting to the point where half of the show is on the Overdose, and there's a lot of references and work betweens. And if you're not fully in, you're not fully in. Get back in it. Get into the dose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. The sale is over. You missed it. You should have got in on it. If I'm in a good mood, I might cut you a coupon. But I'm usually not in a good mood. So why don't you get over there and pay full price, you giant sack of shit. All right. Anyway, thanks for coming by. I think we'll stick and hang out for a little while. Do some Q&As, some AMAs, some prank phone calls. Why don't you guys leave some Craigslist things for sale, and then I'll do some improv cranks, incoming cranks. We could also just, get really high and make fun of our children. If anybody knows how to get your test results for COVID-19, please let me know. It's becoming increasingly annoying. I canceled Hulu to get the overdose. Well, that seems like a really bad move on your part. Who wrote yeah? Stay tuned. We're going to end this video just to do a clean cut. And then we'll come back live within 30 seconds. So just stick around. We love you. Sorry for the show being cut short. We had some more technical shit going on. I've rewired 3 things today, and now 3 things that weren't even related have stopped working. So it doesn't fucking make sense to me at all. I don't get it. And I'm not going to be blamed for it. Okay? So stick that up your pipe and smoke it.
Smoke weed every day.